The Philadelphia Flyers are proud to select from Drummondville in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, Sean Couturier.
Good luck to a lot of the defense in the Eastern Conference of the National Hockey League.
Yeah, my draft was in Minnesota. I had all my family there. They came in a bus, so it took, I think it was a 26, 27-hour bus ride to get there. So I had a lot of people supporting me, a lot of my family, some friends, and overall the weekend was awesome. Really a nervous weekend, to be honest. You don't really know what to expect, and then once you hear your name called, it's just like a huge relief and this is the beginning of something special. So it's definitely one of my biggest memories of NHL for sure. Honestly, I had no expectations on the draft day, and I hadn't met the Flyers up till the night before the draft. So I wasn't expecting that going into Minnesota, but I knew they were really interested in me when I met them the night before. They just had that big Jeff Carter trade done, so that's how they had that 8th overall pick, and I knew it was a possibility that I could end up there, and really happy I did, and it was definitely been special for me ever since.
So they select Joel Farabee, winger, American.
I said this before the draft. I really felt that Joel Farabee would end up being a better player than a couple players, or more than that, selected in front of him.
My draft was in Dallas. It was definitely really cool. I mean, as a player in the draft, you have no idea what's going to happen. I think for me, I really wanted to go to Philly at 14. I think that was kind of where I was projected and things like that. But to have it all work out and go to Philly, I think was definitely a day and night that I'll remember the rest of my life. Just being able to spend it with my family, I think is the biggest thing. I think just sharing those memories and being able to look back and that everyone was there and able to witness that, I think is something I'll remember the rest of my life for sure. Honestly, in my meetings and stuff, I really felt comfortable in Philly. Obviously, like I said, I wanted to go to Philly, but I kind of felt like once the 14th pick came up, I feel like it was a no-brainer that they were going to take me, and it just kind of worked out that way. So thank my lucky stars every day, that I was able to get picked by such a good organization. Yeah, I think for me, just don't look too far. I mean, I think it's easy to look at the draft, and obviously everyone wants to make the team right away, but I think just enjoy the process. I know it's I think it's really cliche to say, but really just enjoy the sights and spending time with your family and friends and things like that, because when you look back, when your career's over, those are the things you're going to remember. So I think just enjoy it and try not to stress too much about it.
Philadelphia is proud to select from the U.S. National Team Development Program, Cam York.
I mean, that feels like a long time ago, but it's just a super fun day. I think you're not even really thinking about hockey, thinking about your friends and your family and stuff like that. So you gotta enjoy it. I think that's the most important thing, and have fun. And your life's about to change. So
perfect fit. So I'm happy. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Love you, brother. Congrats, man. So happy.
No one knows exactly where they're going to get drafted to, but you definitely have a good idea of teams that want you. And I talked to the Flyers the morning of the draft day, and I knew that they were really interested. So had a good idea, and I remember my agent leaning over and telling me that the Flyers were about to pick me. So super excited, and like I said earlier, just a day that I'll never forget. And one that stands out is one of the best days of my life.
This guy might be it. He might be as NHL ready as anyone outside of maybe McDavid and Eichel to step in next year, and there may be opportunity there in Philly.
Those were definitely exciting times. I mean, you coming out of juniors, and our season went pretty far, so I went from there straight to the combine, and then you get to meet some teams at the combine, and you kind of get a little feel for it, where which teams like you, which teams don't like you as much. And then when the draft rolls around, you know, it's exciting time because you know, your dream is going to come true. One of your dreams is going to come true, you know, being drafted. And I was lucky enough to have my family and friends there. You know, our draft was in Florida, so it was really warm weather. Honestly, a little bit too warm and a little too red for the draft. And my, draft picture, I looked like a tomato, but, it was fun time, a little stressful, I guess, in the way that, you're sitting there, waiting for your name to be called. But, when it happens, you get a relief and in a way, and you feel really happy that you're able to share that moment with your family and friends. We went through a lot with the Flyers before the draft, so it just kind of felt like that was, the right feel and the right pick. And then when the number 7 came up and the Philly was picking at that point, I was really hoping to, be picked by the Flyers, and that happened, and it was a great moment for me.
The Philadelphia Flyers are proud to select from Oshawa in the Canadian Hockey League, Scott Laughton.
Yeah, I was in Pittsburgh. It was a really cool experience for me. All my grandparents, my parents, and a bunch of cousins, uncles, and everyone was in town for it. So something that I'll definitely never forget.
If it pans out the way he hopes it does, it won't be the last time he gets booed in Pittsburgh.
Got booed pretty much the whole day, which kind of added to it. But yeah, it's something that you can never replicate, and something I'll definitely cherish. One of the most special days of my life, and something cool that you can never really redo.
Well, they're going to love him in Philadelphia, I'll tell you that, because of the way he plays. He plays on the edge, but he's got the skill level that we were alluding to.
Yeah, I was with my parents, and there was also a bunch of people in the building as well. And I remember actually looking down, one of my best buddies, Kraus, was actually sitting in the same row of all the rows in the entire rink. He was sitting in the same row as me. But yeah, it was a pretty special day, and I remember, and I'm sure Mr. Clark won't remember, but we were in the elevator, and he had mentioned that we really like you, but we'd have to trade up to get you. You're going to go before we get the pick. And then I remember the Flyers traded their pick, and I was like, oh gosh, this imagine he was talking to me about it before, and then it ended up being me. So it was a pretty special day. And then afterwards, just all the love from the fans and being part of the team and being part of the culture in Philly. I mean, whoever's getting picked is a pretty fortunate player.
First round, went to that with my parents, my grandma, my billet Parks, my auntie, my sister, and then obviously I didn't go in the first round, so then the next day we went in the second round there.
Carter Hart has been drafted, the first goalie. Everett Silvertips of the Western Hockey League.
I was so nervous. I remember my foot was shaking because I was just waiting. And when I heard my name called, it was just so cool. You get chills kind of, and my parents were crying, and my billet Parks. I was definitely surprised. I only talked to them once through the year at the combine. That was my first interview actually. So I was a little bit surprised, but really excited when I got the call. Just a really cool day and cool moment in my life that I'll never forget, and I got to share with the people that mean the most to me.
This is a home run pick. I think he has exceptional skating ability, an exceptional mind. He understands how to play the whole game, and guess what? He's got lots of room to continue to get better.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be picked in Philly. Might have been the only pick that he didn't boo, but
I remember I met with them at the combine. I actually met with every team at the combine. I think that was the first year anyone had ever done that, and I just had a weird feeling. I had a good interview with them. Met with them the day before the draft, and had a feeling that they were going to maybe pick me. It was early from where I was supposed to go, and once they went up to the stage, and I remember shaking and not thinking I could stand if I was picked. And obviously it was a great moment for me and my family. I had my parents there, my twin brother as well, and to be able to share that with them was obviously a really cool experience. Yeah, I did some touring before. Obviously didn't know I was going to end up here, but yeah, me and my family did some touring, and then obviously after being drafted, I've been here a lot since then, so been able to see a lot of different sites.
Yeah, it's a really special day. It's a dream come true. It's something that you're really looking forward to. It's really exciting. I think that it's kind of like one of those things you kind of black out at because it's so excited. But yeah, it was a really special day.
What's up, bud? Congrats, buddy. Yeah, I know. Just absolutely shaking. Yeah, just pure excitement. Your body kind of starts shaking, and to know that it's all done with and all the preparation for the draft is over and you finally get to start with your organization it's an unreal feeling.
I knew that there was a chance that they'd take me. Felt like I had good interviews with them and good relationships with them, so I felt there was a chance, but I didn't have any idea where I was going.
Taken by the Philadelphia Flyers just a few minutes ago at 72.
2 years he went for the draft. He gets picked today. And if he continues to develop like this, big right shot defenseman, maybe he'll get a shot in Philadelphia down the road.
My draft year is in Vancouver, so very cool city, and I had my whole family out there and my coach as well, so that was just a special day doing that with a couple of my teammates, and something I'll never forget.
Hey guys, it's Ronnie Adder here, live from Vancouver, and I'm super excited to get to Philadelphia and meet everyone. Go Flyers. That's something that you always work for after being passed over twice in the draft. That's something that I approached this summer in my game and said, this is something that I need to do and I've dreamed of as a kid, and the hard work finally paid off today.
Trade made by Philadelphia, and as a result, they pick up Morgan Frost here.
It was in Chicago. I wasn't really supposed to go in the first round, I remember, and then they obviously made the trade, and it was 27, and I had talked to Philly more than any other team prior to the draft, so I kind of had a feeling that they liked me, and I think they had originally had a pick, or maybe it was when Ratcliffe went, it was like mid-30s or 40 or something, so I was kind of thinking maybe I would go there to Philly, and then they traded up, and obviously it all kind of happens pretty fast, so it was just like that, and they picked me, and then I was sitting with my parents and my sister. I was just trying not to fall on the way down. I was pretty nervous, and so cool to go up and shake everyone's hand and get the picture, and then everything just happens like so crazy fast after that. You're doing all this stuff behind, and yeah, it was an unbelievable experience.